If your vocals sound flat or amateurish, you might be missing these 5 mixing hacks producers use in almost every song. Let me show you how to recreate that inside BandLab.
No, I'm temporary.
Ooh.
You're holding me for the night.
Pop artists use this all the time, and I got this wrong when I first started producing.
Say that you love me. Say I'm all you need.
Whoa, that's pretty cool, not gonna lie. Using the song Visitor by Sienna Spiro, I'm gonna teach you 5 vocal mixing hacks used in popular songs that you can recreate inside BandLab. Here's the raw vocals.
Say that you love me. Say I'm all you need.
It's alright. The first vocal mixing hack is reverse reverb. You've probably heard this in songs where the vocal draws you in before the singer even starts singing. That dreamy swelling sound, that's what we call reverse reverb. Normally, reverb comes after the vocal, but reverse reverb flips that, so the reverb builds into the vocal. So here inside BandLab, duplicate your vocal clip. So you want to slide to the left and then click on the 3 dots, duplicate. Now we have a duplicate of our vocal clip. And the effects, add vocal verb. Here we go. Now increase the wet signal and the decay. Increase the mix and just add a little bit more size. There you go. On its own, it sounds like this.
Say that you love me.
Ooh.
Say I'm all you need.
Oh, that's pretty.
In the back of my mind, I know I'm temporary. You're holding me for the night, for some pleasure. If that's all we are.
Oh, wow.
No, I know.
Okay. Now you click here, reverse the audio, and set it before the main vocals. We're gonna cut it here. Gonna delete. Now I'm gonna take this layer, I'm going to click the 3 dots, we're gonna reverse, and then gonna move it early on, like this. So the high note later on is, oh, and then we can hint that in the beginning. Ooh, okay. So let's take that. We're gonna fade it. Fade the end, fade the beginning. I could even trim out the beginning. Go. So it's not just full reverb going into dry. Like you wanted to hear that effect when the main vocals already have effects. So here it is.
Say that you love me. Say I'm all you need.
Now the reverb swells into the vocals, creating this cinematic entrance. Pop artists use this all the time to create anticipation before the line hits. Now the second vocal mixing hack is a clean vocal EQ. You can do this with visual EQ on BandLab. This hack is something that every producer does. It's essentially vocal EQ shaping. This is what makes a vocal sound clear instead of muddy, because this doesn't sound as clear as this. You can record straight into your microphone with headphones that have a mic, or if you have a different setup, then you can connect it to BandLab. So inside BandLab, open up Visual EQ. Now here's a simple pop vocal approach. First, cut some low frequencies around the 80 to 100 hertz. This removes the rumble. Second, reduce a little around 250 to 400 hertz. This removes that muddy sound. And third, a simple yet gentle boost around the 3,000 to 5,000 hertz. This helps the vocal cut through the mix. Then add a little brightness around 10,000 hertz. That's what gives vocals that modern pop clarity.
You're holding me for the night, for some pleasure. If that's all we are, no, I'll always be your visitor.
Remember that small adjustments make a huge difference, so don't go crazy on boosting or reducing, because you might take off some of that clarity in your vocals. The third vocal mixing hack is adding vocal verb and shimmer. This gives it that pop, spacey sound. Modern pop vocals rarely sound completely dry. They usually sit in a space, but the trick here is a controlled space. And I got this wrong when I first started producing. Don't go too crazy on the reverb, even though we think that it sounds really cool. It can almost sound amateurish, and you don't want that. So inside BandLab, you can combine vocal verb and shimmer. So we're going to start with vocal verb and then keep the mix at around 20 to 30%. Then add a light touch of shimmer. Shimmer adds a subtle harmonic sparkle above the vocal. This creates that wide emotional pop sound without losing clarity. Think of it like a halo around your voice. We're going to duplicate the track like we did the reverse reverb, and I'm going to put more of that into here. That way we can control it. So I'm gonna just have it EQ, and then this one has the shimmer. So let's hear that.
Say that you love me. Say I'm all you need. In the back of my mind, I know I'm temporary.
Ooh.
You're holding me for the night, for some pleasure. If that's all we are, know I'll always be your visitor.
Wow, that's cool. The fourth vocal mixing hack is having a thick vocal sound. You can do this by using voice changer and layering all these vocals and stacking it together. Many pop vocals sound huge because producers layer the vocals. So one easy trick is creating a subtle alternate layer. So here we go. Inside BandLab, I want you to duplicate your track. Add voice changer. You can completely shift the tone or the texture with different types of voices, and then blend it quietly behind the main vocal.
Say that you love.
Okay, now here we go. We got a whole choir singing the same song.
Say that you love me. Say I'm all you need. In the back of my mind,
Whoa, that's pretty cool, not gonna lie. You don't want it to be as loud or louder than the main vocal. You want it to feel like you're supporting the main vocal, like you have another duet partner in the room. This creates a thicker vocal stack, and it makes it sound more rich and full. Last but not least, the fifth vocal mixing hack is using Auto Mix plus Effects Preset Generator. This will save you time, and time is money that you can invest in the BandLab membership. So BandLab is all about high quality with efficiency. Sometimes you don't want to spend hours mixing, but you want to trust that the mix will sound balanced. BandLab has two tools that help you get a solid mix very quickly. First is Auto Mix. Auto Mix analyzes your tracks and balances out the levels automatically. Make sure you have at least 2 tracks to Auto Mix. They're going to slide to the left here, scroll down to Auto Mix AI, click on that, and then choose the genre. So I want to try pop. All right. And it sounds like this.
say that you love me.
Ooh.
Say I'm all you need. In the back of my mind, I know I'm temporary. You're holding me for the night, for some pleasure. If that's all we are, know I'll always be your visitor.
And the second thing is the Effects Preset Generator. This tool generates vocal effect chains that you can start from. Think of it like a starting template for your vocal sound. You can generate a preset and then tweak it until it fits your voice. So you're gonna go to Effects and then go to Generate with Prompt. And I want my vocals to sound high quality and crispy and also dreamy in space for a ballad song, but not too echoey. All right, generate. Here we go. Let's see what it recommended. Ooh, wow. De-esser, vocal enhancer, FBK compressor, vocal verb, ping pong delay, and visual EQ. So this is what it sounds like.
Say that you love me. Say I'm all you need.
Wow.
In the back of my mind, I know I'm temporary. You're holding me for the night, for some pleasure. If that's all we are, know I'll always be your visitor.
Whoa. So the difference between a raw vocal and a professional sounding vocal is usually the choices you make during production. So we got reverse reverb for the atmosphere, visual EQ for the clarity, reverb and shimmer for that space and depth, and voice changer layering for thickness. And tools like AutoMix and effects preset generators to make everything sit together more easily with less stress, less frustration. And the cool thing is you can experiment with all of these things directly inside BandLab. So try these techniques with your own voice and see what kind of sounds you can create. You might be surprised with how quickly your vocals start sounding radio ready. Give these 5 mixing hacks a try and let us know which one was your favorite. Comment down below. If you want more BandLab tutorials, give this a thumbs up, comment below, subscribe, and click this video because YouTube thinks that it'll help you in your mix.